Okay, before I begin showing you my video of me in the backyard doing absolutely nothing because I'm just bored out of my mind, I figured I'd give you a quick podcast type talk, kind of a TED Talk type deal, about what the hell this video is all about and why I'm making a podcast this particular day, which boils down to just me being really, really bored. I'm assuming that right now you see a teapot up on your screen. There's no significance or purpose for this teapot being up there at all, other than for maybe some, I don't know, let's call it co-host support. The bear on the screen that you're looking at, little tiny Winnie-the-Pooh. He's my support group for doing this little podcast before I show you this very mundane video. So that could be a good reason, right? I mean, that teapot is not rare. I was going to tell you it was rare, but actually about 40 million of them have been made in America and actually shipped all over the world. In fact, they probably weren't even made in America. They were made in China or something, and then they were shipped to the States. So that statement is probably wrong in the first place, right? But I just put it up there to be humorous, my TED Talk buddy, somebody that I think is listening to me out there in YouTube land or podcast land. So he's my little co-host. Right? But the bear has seen things. If you look at that bear, this bear's expression tells you everything you need to know about adulthood. He has the 1,000-yard stare of someone who's paid property taxes. Yeah, he's just as mundane as this video podcast is, but I don't know. I just thought of that. It's also, I don't actually own that teapot. I took a picture of it at a craft show. It was just something that they had there. They had all kinds of weird crap there, but I thought, hey, maybe this will be a good picture. It was one of my photography days, and I had to go somewhere and shoot something, so I shot that. And I know it's, once again, I'm willing to admit that it's a very mundane object, and it really has no story behind it at all. My skills as a photographer that day failed me completely. But, some people do collect some interesting stuff. If you're rich and fancy and famous, you might go out and buy all kinds of different antique crystal or something like that. But on my budget, if I was going to buy anything, I'd buy that teapot. It was only $5. And it's what I could afford. I could display it in my living room or something like that for when people come over, if anybody ever does really come over. It could be a talk centerpiece. We could start up conversations about Winnie the Pooh and how to make tea and stuff like that. Kind of a high culture type thing with low stakes. But anyways, I basically just wanted to give you something to refer to before I, this little teapot, before I show you this incredibly boring, probably 2-minute video of me sitting in a chair, talking about the backyard, petting the dog, and letting him go inside. I apologize right now for wasting your time. Really, that's what I was doing, is wasting your time. So anyways, folks, without any further ado, here's my video. I got my yard, as you can see, cleaned up once again. And of course, there's plenty of leaves still on the trees, right? So I'm afraid I'm going to wind up doing this again and again and again, no doubt. But it was a good exercise. Electric lawnmower worked pretty good too. I mean, it was only half charged and it still got the whole backyard mulched and bagged, so that's good, right? Now I gotta just take this trash can up a steep hill, and they'll come pick it up tomorrow, and then I can start all over again when the leaves fall again this weekend. I lead an exciting life, don't I? I'm not trucking, I'm home, playing with a computer or playing with a lawn. In the wintertime, I'm taking care of the snow, or I'm taking care of my little puppy. Hello, Lulu. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Come here. Yeah, you good girl. Did you want inside or something? You've been out for so long. My messy basement. 1, 2, 3, go! See you upstairs.